So I'm back today visiting Nick Stewart at Safe Engineering and checking out progress on my little Datsun 1200 SCCA C Sedan restoration. I think it's been about 2.5 months since I last featured the car, and I reckon about 6 weeks of that time the car's been sat at a local panel beaters, basically waiting to go on a chassis machine. That was the big job that we had to do on it next, was that the body shell was ever so slightly out of whack. The front left was hanging down just slightly. Nick found it to be about 14 mil thereabouts. Although once he cut these two top bars here, the front immediately sprang up a little bit, so there's obviously a bit of tension with those. But the panel beaters, once it's been on the chassis machine, they've put all their lasers and everything on. They found it to be about 3 mil out, so we're happy with that. One of the big progressional things that has happened is obviously that it has been to the sandblasters, and you can see they've blasted the engine bay, and they've also done the underneath, and just put a primer on it, just a rust-proof primer, and it really cleans up the car. It's amazing the difference that it makes. Really looks different now, so so pleased with that. Just scoot down to the back here. I'll show you. Oh, some more of Nick's work. Look at this. So this is our ATL fuel cell, and previously this was all just wide open. So he's fabricated up these beautiful sections of alloy sheet here, and then just ran strengthening creases through them, and that just fills out the back of the car beautifully. I absolutely love that. One of the other things that's also happened is we've taken the rear flares off, and they've gone away to have some repair work done on them. This side here was particularly bad. It'd been hit by something during transport. The other side was pretty good, but still had a couple of cracks in it. But this is the sort of the old radius work that was on the car, just to clear the tyres. But the thing is, the outer wheel well, or the outer fender there, isn't actually making contact with the inner wheel well. So it's compromising the strength of the body shell just a little bit. And because we're going to be changing these rear bars here, and they're going to come down and sit attached to the top of the rear wheel wells, we really need to get some strength in this area here. And so coming around the other side here, you'll see this is what Nick has been doing. So man, it looks absolutely beautiful. So he's radiused this all out. It's really nice and clean now. Added in some metal up here, and this is just beautiful. It's just so smooth. And it's these two sections are now attached. The inner wheel well and the outer rear fender are now attached. So that right there is just adding rigidity to the car. I brought along a whole lot of my parts. So I've got this really nice Race Tech seat and some gauges and things here. We've got a BWD gauge and a sun gauge. This is the old panel box, rev counter and things over here. But yeah, we're just really starting to get to the point now where we're starting to do fit up. I've got this is the pedal box that came with the car. I don't think I'll be using this. It's a really cool thing, probably a nice piece of history that, but I don't think I'll be using that pedal box. I'll probably have to start again with another one. But yeah, I've just been testing it out for space and layout and everything, and it's actually a really nice fit. I'll just just wanted to show you the steering wheel. This is the steering wheel that came with the car. This is Formula in France. Company no longer exists. Really cool little wheel, nice and fat. And these are the wheels, obviously, that have been with the car since about 1977 or so. These are American Racing Vector wheels, and they've always been with the car. And I'll keep them, I'll clean them up, strip them back, and I'll probably use them for wet weather, fitting wet weather tyres. But this is a set of 13 by 8 Revolution wheels that I've had made for the car. So I love these things, they're really nice. Just sitting on Avon tyres at the moment, but yeah, we just bolted one on just to see how it looks, see how it fits and everything inside the little flare. You can see it's quite a nice fit. So if you look at this, this is more of Nick's work. This is like a work of art. This is this beautiful cross brace that he's built to take the gearbox. Man, just look at the workmanship that's gone into that. It's kind of too nice to be stuck under the car where no one will see it. But then again, just look how clean that is underneath now. Just amazing. Oh, you can see these braces that he's also built under the floor here just to add some extra strength. Such beautiful workmanship. The guy's an artist. So good at what he does. I should say, by the way, I'm not completely useless. I can actually do some of this stuff myself, but my workmanship the level of my workmanship's nothing like what Nick can achieve, and also I'm very, very slow. So it really, if I want to race this car before I'm 100 years old, it really makes sense to have someone like Nick do the work, and I'm just so pleased with what he's achieved on it. It's just absolutely amazing. So basically, next step is to make the changes to the roll cage, to the rear roll cage here. Start filling in some of these holes and bits and pieces, but we're really getting into the small detail stuff now, which is pretty exciting. I'll show you over here. We've got nice dashboard here. So this will be modified. We're just going to run basically just an alloy sheet across the front here. This is how Ron Leonard used to race the car back in the 70s through to 1981 when he sold the car. Yeah, again, this will be satin black, rev counter sitting on top of the dash, and I'll try and get it as close as I possibly can to the way that Ron originally raced the car. But yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. We're making good progress, and like I say, we're getting into the smaller detail stuff, and yeah, we're getting closer and closer. Hopefully, we'll have this out of Nick's garage in the next few weeks. Come back home with me. Originally, the car's been here for I think the best part of a year now. Originally, it just came in just to have the bent rocker panels pulled straight, and to try and save the original floor pans, which were beyond hope. And it's just sort of progressed, and we've sort of moved from one job to the next, and it's gone from being a car that was in pretty rough shape, been raced hard for decades, literally decades. Last race in 2006, and it crashed. And so yeah, it's been a bit of an uphill journey, but yeah, what the work that Nick's done here is basically transformed the car from what was a pretty rough old nail into something that's actually going to be a really nice and beautifully put together old race car.